What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Henok Crypto. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Hello. Welcome to another great day, y'all. Happy Tuesday. It is good to be with you today. For those of you that don't know, my name is Henok. I am on the road to $100 million. I'm turning $1 million into $100 million in crypto and documenting it for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. In today's conversation, I am going to get into a major, crypto macro news. I'll get into some specific project updates and details, some interesting things coming out, really about every single project that I'm in, including the new one, ApeCoin. And then also, I'm going to talk about just some things that I'm going to be engaged in. What's next for the $100 million challenge? You're going to see some movement there as well. So really appreciate y'all being here. Let's get into some macro crypto news. Number one, let's start with my newest project. I did put in over $116,000, 40 ETH worth, into ApeCoin. I did that yesterday. I made a video about it. You can go check it out here. And by the way, if you're on YouTube, drop your questions and your comments down below. I'll get to them towards the end of our conversation. Twitter, thank you for retweeting and following me as well. So there are some Ethereum whales that have showed how much they value ApeCoin. I don't know if you saw this. The 10th largest Ethereum whale bought $4.2 million worth of ApeCoin. It came out to about 300,000 ApeCoins at the time of that purchase. Very interesting to see, y'all. Very interesting. Next up is Engine. Let's talk about Engine. Engine has a new play-to-earn game called Block Trucks. It's launching on their Efinity NFT gaming platform. Pay attention to that. I think it's going to be, something that potentially moves the charts. Not financial advice, but very interesting to see. Let's talk about Ethereum. I thought this stat was very interesting. Ethereum has processed 4.5 times more transactions than Visa in 2021. What does that tell you? It talks a lot about crypto and where this thing is headed. Now, I kind of jumped ahead with some of these projects. Let me get to my macro crypto news. Congressman Pete Sessions says Bitcoin mining will play a critical role in rebuilding energy independence in the U.S. That's interesting. Naomi Osaka, world-renowned tennis player, became a global ambassador for FTX, the exchange, the major exchange. Ripple versus SEC. I always try to give you all an update on this when I see one. Looks like they may be heading towards a settlement as of May. We'll see what that looks like. The SEC did request a 1-week extension to gather more info on Ripple's defense submission. And then the Italian luxury brand Bugatti has launched its own watch NFT collection. Why do I share with y'all macro crypto news? What am I telling y'all when it comes to ApeCoin, Ethereum, and just some of these massive, macro crypto news? What I'm trying to show you is that crypto, y'all, is growing like crazy right before our very eyes. We are in the middle of a moment in history and time where the world is paying attention to crypto, NFT, blockchain development, Web3 as a whole, even the metaverse. So it's a very interesting time that we find ourselves in. And so that's kind of the macro crypto news of the day. I do want to get into some project-specific news. But before I do that, I want to make it clear. I am not compensated or paid or sponsored by any crypto project. I am free to talk about whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, because I'm sponsored by Yips, yips.co. I use their award-winning strain-specific, no additives Yips night capsule. It helps me with effective rest without the grogginess found in traditional sleeping pills. It's all natural. It changed my sleep. You can actually use the code HENOK, HENOK, to get 20% of their 20% off of their all-natural CBD-based products. By the way, if you want some free Yips, go to my Instagram at HENOK Crypto. Click the link tree in my bio on Instagram and go get yourself some free Yips. No credit card, no debit card needed. You're not getting charged for shipping and handling. They will send you free Yips. So go to my Instagram at HENOK Crypto. Click the link in my bio on Instagram. Use the link tree to go get yourself some free Yips. YouTube, thank y'all for being here. Drop your questions and your comments down below. I'm going to get into some project-specific news, and then we'll get to your questions in a second. So ApeCoin has taken off, in my opinion, as it relates to the news and the headlines that they're making. I think you need to pay attention to that. One of the biggest reasons why I invested in this project is I want to see what it's like when a massive brand, a massive community moves into the cryptocurrency-specific, coin-specific space. And so they kind of have their one foot in the community coin space, but they also have another foot in real-world utility and NFTs. They're also headed towards the metaverse. So watching the development of this project is interesting. I think it provides a template for how Adidas, Nike, and other Fortune 500 companies will step into, launching their own coins. Launching their own tokens. Engine. I mentioned earlier that the play to earn game Block Trucks is on the way. Their Efinity platform is actually creating the ability for these games to create their own blockchains as well. So all these different blockchains will be created inside of their Efinity platform, and I think it's a very important development as it relates to companies controlling on-chain activity. That, my friend, is I think a trend for the future. You heard it here first. All right, let's talk about the fact that Ethereum. I told you earlier, Ethereum has processed over 4.5 times the number of transactions as Visa. Here's my prediction. I believe that Visa will be on chain. Don't be surprised when you see a Visa blockchain. Don't be surprised when you see a MasterCard blockchain. Don't be surprised when every bank, every payment transaction company eventually moves to the blockchain. I'm telling you right now, you're probably hearing about it years in advance. This is coming. Remember, I said that. This is coming. There's also financial implications in regards to what that means for all of us moving forward. Now, let's talk about Saitama. Russ, Max, and the team led an AMA last night on Twitter Spaces, and some great news came out. Russ did say that they're working on centralized exchanges, but he did not announce a single exchange. So, as far as I'm concerned, there's no central exchange news until something is actually materializing. There's really nothing to talk about when it comes to exchanges. So, I certainly don't want to hear from anybody that they promised exchanges or anything like that. They never promised or said anything is coming. They said that they're working on it, which is literally what every single project is working on. So that's not really news. Lucky Roo is looking to launch exclusively on Saitama next week. That's a very interesting development. He did say potentially next week or sometime soon. So no real hard dates there. Something to pay attention. It's called Luck Roo. Something to pay attention to there. I'm not saying I'm buying or selling or anything like that. Just something to pay attention to. The idea that coins are getting listed on Saitama because as those pairings happen, as swaps and transactions happen, Saitama tokens are being burned, supply is being constrained, the value of the token goes up. As a Saitama holder, as someone that's put in well over $250,000 into Saitama, I love hearing that. Just saying. Also, Russ did mention that there are exclusive partnerships coming with these Fang NFT platforms. Something to consider. I think there might be some micro celebrities or maybe some influencers that they mentioned. So we'll see what happens there. Santa Realty is scheduled to release Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of this Friday. So I was excited to hear that they finally got a date. Things are starting to move along. A Saitama update is apparently coming this week. And so things are absolutely moving along. And so listen, I told y'all, when it comes to any project, we always want to hold development teams accountable. We always want to be transparent, straightforward, and honest about how we feel and how we think through a project. Saitama has had nothing but delays up until this point. We've highlighted that several times. But from what I can see, Saitama is moving along now. We're beyond those delay phases. We'll see, because I'm not going to sit here and, last time I got on here talking about State of Realty, and I was like, it's for sure happening that Friday. That was like 3.5 weeks ago. I was wrong. But yeah, they're scheduled to launch Friday. We'll see if it actually happens. But it's going to happen, at some point in life. And I'm encouraged to see that things are finally moving along on schedule. And really excited to see the Fang NFT platform developing and to see which celebrities or influencers, I say celebrities, that's a big word, which influencers they're looking to, launch NFTs through. On that Fang platform. So pay attention to that. As a Saitama holder, I'm looking forward to seeing my investment grow. But I do want to be clear. Russ and the team have said repeatedly, hey, listen, we're thinking years down the road. So it's not fair for any of us to think that the charts or the project is fully developed in anything under 3 years. They've communicated that, hey, if you want to see this thing through to full potential, you're going to have to wait and hold for 3 years. So we're going to wait, we're going to watch, we're going to be patient because they've asked us to. They've never promised anything in the short term. So I understand there are some people that said, listen, I'm here for the short term. I'm not going to sit here and wait for 3 years to see a return, to see my investment in Saitama hit max potential. Hey, I respect that. Everyone has the right to do whatever they want. Some people say, no, I have no problem buying and holding Saitama for the next 3 years before I see my investment hit the max full potential. More power to you. Nothing wrong with that as well. Let's move on to some Apollo Inu news. Number one, at the xt.com exchange listing is now live. So trading can be done on xt.com. That's the third exchange listing. And by the way, it looks like they're working on another 3 exchange listings according to their Trello board app. That's where they document, the dev team documents exactly what they're working on and what's next for the project. A couple things that I noticed on the Trello board, the exchange number 5 discussions is now officially complete. Now they're in the due diligence process. Really excited about that. And apparently it's a top 25 exchange according to CoinMarketCap rankings. Also, exchange number 6 discussions, looks like they started yesterday, but they're now already complete. That's exciting. So the due diligence process has now been initiated. So that's really encouraging things right there. And then exchange number 3, the due diligence is still in progress. And also, a Bitmart DAO Treasury transfer is up next, according to the Trello board. I love being able to track this project and the growth of it. I always talk to y'all about the holy grail of crypto. The holy grail of crypto is finding the next 200x project super early, months and months in advance, and watching it explode over time. We saw Shiba Inu do that. It took them 13 months, a year, and 1 month before they hit the all-time high at a $40+ billion market cap. We saw Saitama in 5 months, not 13, 5 months last year, go from nothing to a $17 billion market cap. Before it started, retracing and consolidating. And so every year we see these projects, y'all. And I'm crazy excited to see how Apollo Inu develops. I believe this is one of those holy grail projects. I've made that very clear. And I'll tell you this. I did an interview with someone from Hollywood, someone who has millions upon millions of followers on social media, a well-known comedian and artist and creative. And, he bought Apollo Inu. And I'll be releasing that interview in clips and parts throughout this week. And then the full interview to come no later than next week for you guys to consume on YouTube. But all I can say is this, y'all. He's not the only one. There are celebrities, influencers, power players in Hollywood, people that are seeing Apollo Inu, and they're getting crazy excited. Why? Because everybody's been waiting to see how crypto and blockchain invades and disrupts every single industry when it comes to the technological side of it. So when people are hearing about when Hollywood executives, when Hollywood celebrities and influencers are hearing about Apollo Inu and how it's going to disrupt the way that people are funded, when it comes to launching their creative project, they're getting very excited. They're making investments. You're going to start to hear. Don't be surprised if you ever hear. I don't want to share anything that I'm not allowed to share. So all I can say is this: I'm crazy excited to watch this one grow. We saw what happened with Shiba Inu. We saw what happened with Saitama, and the market's just going to continue to develop over time with projects that have real world use case, projects that are actually changing the earth in different industries. And this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I know is about to happen. So for those of you that are new, my name is Hanak. I am on the road to $100 million in crypto, and I document my journey and my story. And so join me on a Twitter space today that I'm leading at 11:30 Central Time. I'm going to be talking to y'all about what's next with the $100 million challenge there. But I do want to also make an announcement here. What's next for the $100 million challenge for me is what I've said in the past. I'm opening up my hands. The Hanak Crypto Corporation, as y'all know, I have a great team, an incredible team, a big team. Whether it's people that can do videography, camera, branding, social media strategy. We have attorneys, marketing, PR, all that's great. But I stand next to investors that run multiple companies that do hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue every single year. So whenever I go into a project, I don't just bring the money. I bring my friends, my network, my contact, and my partners. So if you're a project and you're looking for executive level leadership, high level, high capacity level leadership, the Hanak Crypto Corporation is here to help grow my investment in a project. Also, as y'all saw on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, I've got friends from Hollywood. Y'all saw me hang out with Snoop Dogg, on Super Bowl week. Y'all saw me hang out with King Batch, Curtis Lepore. Y'all saw me hang out with Tyler Abron. Y'all saw me hang out with Chuck Liddell. Y'all see who follows me on Instagram? Odell Beckham Jr., Anthony Pettis, Damon John from Shark Tank, and many, many others as well. So whether it's, my Knock Nation, the average everyday person, maybe it's a teacher or a firefighter or a corporate executive, or whether it's celebrities, that you see on Shark Tank and other, outlets. I've got all kinds of friends that are paying attention to the investments that I'm getting into. I've got all kinds of friends that are paying attention to the crypto blockchain development space. And I'm looking forward to bringing not just my money, but my friends into projects that I think are the holy grail, into projects that I think are going to do numbers. And, I'm going to make sure that I help. I do everything I can to see my investments grow over time. So, I'm excited about the $100 million challenge and the Hanak Crypto continue to develop, being able to help everybody understand this space, grow in this space. And, it's pretty exciting. So I really appreciate all of y'all being here today. If you have any questions or comments, YouTube, feel free to drop them down below. I'm going to get to your questions and your comments right now. Daniel Jurado said, the bro Hanak is fitted. Hey, Fear of God, the spring collection, Stairway to Heaven. I love it. Let's see. Matthew Hall said, let's go. It's good to see you, Bahancho. Let's go, baby. Farm, good to see you in here. And then JFK, good morning, Hanak and Knock Nation. All right, y'all. Really appreciate your time. I'm about to head out. Hope y'all have a great day. I'll see you on Twitter Spaces. I'll see you on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. 100. So that's 100 million Henok. So that's my TikTok at 100 million Henok. Follow me on Instagram at Henok Crypto. Follow me on Twitter at Henok Crypto. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it's Henok Crypto as well. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great and wonderful and awesome day.